Okay, so we've got, we're going to build a small piece of this real quick. We're going to call it EA Docs. This is so that we have a Word version of every one of the expected accomplishments. In order to create this, we need to use Microsoft Word, and we have to add what are called quick parts. So I'm going to create this library. In the future, a workflow will generate the file and all of its associated metadata, but we have to set this up first. So I'm going to build this, show how it functions, then I'll create the next part, which would then have the workflow that would create these in the future. So creating a new document library, naming it EA Docs. I'm going to click the Create button. Okay, so I've got this new library. Settings. First thing, always, advanced settings. Allow management of content types. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going to say, do I want them to be able to create new folders? No, because folders are evil. And I've already got an understanding in my head of how I want to use this. Let's see here. It's not a site, blah, 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 blah. Always in dialogue, if at all possible. Bum, 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 bum. Okie dokie. So, right now we have the document content type. We need to create a new content type. So, I am going to go click Site Settings, Site Content Types, Create, boop, Expected Accomplishment Doc. I'm typing out expected accomplishment doc because I'm going to have another one that's called expected accomplishment, which would be inside of a list. Word version of each EA. Parent is going to be document. Boop. Boop. I don't have anything here yet, so EA demo. Keep all this stuff separated. Okay, then we're going to add from new site columns. Column name, expected accomplishment. I'm going to do this one because I'm going to use it elsewhere anyway. Multiple line of text. Boop, 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 boop. EA columns. Boop. I am going to say plain text. And the reason is because Microsoft Word is going to do the formatting for me. Do I want that? Yeah, we can go ahead and switch. I'll show you why. Click. Okay. Yep. See here. Add from new site column. EA author. I'm not using author because that's single line of text, and I'm going to be pulling this eventually from a people picker. Boop. 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 Notice I had the underscore up front because I want it to always show up at the top of my list. Let's see here. It is person, okie dokie, okie dokie. Probably need to do a couple more than this, but for the time being, we're going to do like what we've got. Title I'm going to rename after it hits the library. Not now, that would be a problem. Okie dokie. Of course, we create these camel case so that they show up nice and pretty. If you want to see why, note right here. If we did not do it this way, it would have all kinds of funky code inside, and we would not like that.
You two guys in it?
The CFO asked us if we wanted food. They're so kind to us. So now the column is more pleasant to the eye, and it's still, for code purposes, camel cased. That's why we do it this way. Expected, accomplishment author. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Okay. So, now, I want you to see that under advanced settings, we have no document template yet. I created a Word document just a little bit ago for that purpose. And if I go into documents, I'll find it.
Anything special about that document at this point?
Not yet. And this is where it's tricky, because you have to add this in here first so that you can then get the quick parts, and then you can put it back in here as the new template. So we're going to do like this for now. Boop, 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 boop. Come on. It's waiting, it's waiting, it's waiting. Boop, doop, doo. Okie dokie. So, now I have a Word document in there. Now, I'm going to go back to EA Docs. I'm going to update our content type in here. Add from existing. Okay. Boop. Boop, boop. Boop. And we're going to get rid of the document because that would just cause confusion. Boop. Yes, I'm certain. So, we now have this content type with these fields, columns that are going to be available to us. If I go into here right now and I say new, expected accomplishment, Word Online comes up and you see this. Now, I am going to edit this in Word directly after I close it on my desktop. Okay, and add it in Word because I need some features that are not available in Word Online. Got it. Okay, so I'm now going to go quick. And I'm going to say where'd it go? Insert. Hold on. It looks different because of the resolution on here. So please forgive my stuff. Okay, so these are called quick parts. If you go here and I click on document property, I see these default ones that come with every Word document, but I also now see down near the bottom here, expected accomplishment author, and title. Okay, so I am going to close, because I forgot to do something. I wanted to rename title. Click. Click. Oh, come on. Okay. Boop. Library settings. What were we calling the ID numbers? Do you remember?
No.
Let me look at this document. Special numbers. Where did it go? Which way did it go? These control ID number. So control ID number, of course, in code behind is going to stay title, but here we're going to call it control ID hash. Control ID hash. Okie dokie. So, and let me go ahead and just change my library name. So it's going to be expected accomplishment docs. Of course, again, we create it the way that we did so that the URL shows it differently. If we go here, it says EA docs and not something with a funky long name with %20 all loaded inside of it. So I'm going to say new again. Click. Edit in Word. Okay, so we want to go insert. We want to go click, document property, expected accomplishment. Boop. Make it kind of big. So we see how big that is. Boop. We're going to add click the author's name. And document property. Still says title here, but we know that it's not. I'm going to move this up into here. Get rid of that. I must have messed up something here. 1 second. Let's click. The text does not follow the required pattern. No. I know why. Because I did say allow rich text. My bad. Let's go ahead and save. close this real quick. Save. Come on, close. Boop. Oh, it won't save. Boop. Don't save. Boop. Close. Come on. Close. I want to edit the actual column, so click multiple line of text, edit column, and I cannot say, oh darn it. What's that?
You have to do it at the library level.
No, I should have done it from the very beginning. Some fields, if you change their type halfway through, it never really changes it completely, and it will cause problems in the future. So I'm going to just delete this, but I can't delete it now because it's part of that content type. But I can remove it from here now, remove it from the content type. Okay, I'm going to go into my parent content type. From here, remove, click, add from new site column, EA text, because I don't want it to be named the same thing I had before. Multiple line of text, and this time I'm going to select, that'll be slightly different. Need to be plain text for it to be taken into Word properly. Okay. So expected accomplishment. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Just expected accomplishment.
Yeah. Okay. So, now if I come back in here, look at my library settings. Okay, so I got the text. I need to get this one and remove it. Click. Click. Okay, so now it looks like that. I want to go and edit this view so I can see some stuff very quickly here. Add the author and the text. Clicky click. Okay, I want to quick edit real quick. Boop. Boop. I'm unexpected accomplishment. Smiles. Okay. I hope to be a good project. Okay. So now we got some text in there, just so you can see it whenever we do this. Okay, so I'm going to open up this document. No reason I'm creating yet another one. Okay, edit the document in Word. Mikey's got the food. Okay, so boop, delete that. Insert, quick part, document property. I want the title. Boop. Enter. Click. Document property. Text. See that?
Yep.
And then click. Document property. Author. See, it comes up with that too. Okie dokie. And we are going to say, I'm going to close this. We're going to hit click, click. Okay. Not that. Click. So, whenever I open up the Word document now, it's going to populate with that stuff. We want to go back to EA Docs. I'm going to download this now.
So you would have a workflow populate those fields from
Yep.
the list, right?
Yep. Save as. Okay, so I have EA template. Click with quick parts. Save. Okay, now.
Re-upload that to the content type, yeah.
Uh-huh. I guess best way is to go back to site settings, site content types, boop, boop, boop. Expected accomplishment doc, advanced settings, and I'm going to go click upload new document template, browse, EA template with quick parts. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So, done. Now if I go back here, and what should happen to this one? Title. Where's title? Title. Oh, I'm sorry. Control ID number. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Alright, quick edit. Fiscal year 18-001. This one's going to be. Come on. 18-002. Stop editing this list.
You open the document and all that info will be in there.
Yep. So voila.
Yep.
That gives you this, this, and this. Now, you're like, but that's not jazzy. My font's all plain and ordinary. So you can say edit in Word. And now we can jazz this up a hair. if you use styles, copying and pasting things makes it so much easier. We're gonna highlight that. We're going to say title. Going to highlight that. And we'll just out of preference, I like Sego, so let's go Sego on everything. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, well, that's clearly late now. Click. Click. Sego UI. Okie. Click, click, and oh, no styling.
You were too much highlighted.
Do I? Boop, boop. Oh, no, probably because of the type of field that this is.
No, it's a plaintiff field.
No, this is a people picker.
Field. No.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I won't be able to do anything with that one. So, let me close, close, click, boop, again, click, download.
I was just about to ask.
Yep. Save as with quick parts. Save. Yes, I want to replace it. Library. Settings. Click. I'm never changing it just on this library. Go to the parent. Advanced settings. Couple different ways to get your site content types. Upload. Browse. Boop. 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 So now, if I do a new one, it would use the proper content type, but I had edited the first one, not this one. Now it should come up with the right fonts. No, it did not. Oh, because this one was using the other template, so
Yep.
I guess I have to go ahead and
Very new.
do up a new one. Come on. New. Boom. It came with that content in there.
Because you uploaded it with.
Yeah, because I uploaded it with content, so I need to eliminate content. Boop, 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 boop. Can I? Can I? No.
Do it at the library.
My bad. My bad, my bad. Boop. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Okay. So we're going to go back here. Click. We should, I guess the easy way would be to go click, quick edit. None of these are required fields, so it doesn't matter if I delete stuff out of here. Boop. Okay, file or library. Stop. Okay. Click. Click. Download. Save as. Quick parts. Yes. Okay, and then back to my site content types. Click, click. Click, click.
Just imagining this workflow is going to be the same.
No, it's not. Advanced settings.
Because, I mean, I guess the main purpose is that the expected accomplishment is going to change over time. Right? So every time it changes,
Just
that
updates.
change-
Because this library will be read-only. No one's going to have any edit rights to these Word
Right.
documents after the fact.
Right, but, so if I create the expected accomplishment, a workflow will create this document.
Mm-hmm.
And then really, the only field that's gonna, the only quick part that's gonna change is the expected accomplishment.
Mhm.
So every time the item is modified, check previous, did it change? If so, boom.
Mm-hmm. And all I'm going to do is create another workflow that does that update, but it's going to be executed by the primary workflow.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a primary that just calls some manual ones to do this, yeah.
yep, yep. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so now finally it should function properly. Ta-da! Should come up kind of. Did I do that wrong? I must have. File.
Oh, wait a minute, because the library is still using the old version of the content type. Don't you have to delete it from the library and then re-add it now that you've uploaded it?
I updated the primary content type, the parent. Should have cascaded down. Oh well, doesn't really matter because when the workflow executes, what's going to happen? In fact, if I go click, let's refresh. Document 3 should be there now. Oh. Come on. Go ahead, refresh. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so we have this one. So if we were to create these through workflow, you're going to be coming in here and it's going to populate all this stuff for you anyway. Garbage text 2-004. And so all this is done before Word is ever opened. The only reason why we're using Word is so that it gets all nice and pretty for use by the client.
Yeah.
More garbage. 18-303. You guys done for the night? Anyone left?
Yeah, we had a call with some folks. I'm talking some high level strategy and stuff. We'll get into the weeds maybe next week or so.
Cool beans.
Word.
You guys all 365 done?
Oh, I am, but
Quick
this
part.
is yeah, this is show them how to do quick parts so that whenever a piece of workflow is going to create these for them, and it's going to automatically create these Word documents with the text inside. So, ta-da! And that makes it easy for Dr. Frick to then copy and paste.
Is that in on-prem 2016 or is it only in the 365?
2010 and beyond.
Oh, it is? Okay. Didn't know that. I mean, my thing for the day. I can go.
Well, it's similar to like if you had your, what was that, AAC column or whatever, the classification always stays.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
document.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Whenever you look at the zip, change it to zip. and you look at the custom XML, the classification tool creates AACG underscore header. You can do all kinds of freaky things on the back end of this. So.
Yeah, that classification tool's interesting. We don't use this tool, but that's the AACG for like, you know, the Office documents. There's also like a web service one which you can have that will do SharePoint as well.
It's painful.
Yes. And they are trying to mandate it on us, so I have to go to DNI on Thursday to talk about that. So they're saying it's a quick win for us to merge our interlinks. Which requires. And I was like, no, that's not. And the guys were, well, it's a
Only if you neuter your environment, you're okay with that.
Yeah, and that's what we're like, look, you gotta go high or low, either way you're wrong, you know, and, if you bulk, plus they don't have the tool to, you know, bulk classify it, and that, you can write it pretty quickly, but, you know, doing that still requires somebody going and true it up, whether it's, you know, all low, and then you have to do it all high.
Yeah.
And by somebody that's not us, it's the, you know, content owner, and they don't,
Yeah.
Right.
they don't seem to get that.
And half the content was created a decade ago.
Yeah, and all the, you know, people would say, well, how does that benefit me? You know, because they don't see, you know, how that could, and they're like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that, or complain, and like, we need our own SharePoint without any of that stuff, and we'll be back to sticking one of those again. So the DNI guys will look good.
Except it just won't get used.
Well, you know, they
Not heavily.
on that interlink wagon, like, literally the slides that they gave us the other day was like, you know, interlink's been around since 1994 or whatever, blah, 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 you know, and, you know, everything's great with that, you guys are so far behind, we need to consolidate the two, and, you know, or like, we had the same argument with phase two. Phase two